Okay, welcome back to Music Theory Time. Today we're going to be making our own music bingo cards so that at our next Zoom meeting we can play a quick round of bingo. In order to play music bingo at our next Zoom meeting, the first thing you're going to need to do is print off this blank music bingo card, which you can find in the comments to this video. Just click on the little arrow underneath to expand, and then you'll find the link to print your own blank card. Or, it's simple enough. You could design your own. Make 5 boxes across the top, 5 boxes down, so it's a 5 by 5 square, and right across the top a nice title that says, My Music Bingo Card. What we'll be putting in each square is a different music symbol. So let's start by reviewing all the different dynamics and symbols that we've learned before. Piano and forte are probably our most common dynamics. I think even the beginners know about these two. So you could choose to put a P anywhere in your music bingo card or an F to represent soft and loud. We also have variations to these, like pianissimo and fortissimo. Can you say those Italian words? Pianissimo and fortissimo. They mean very soft and very loud. You can choose to put these on your card, but there are going to be more symbols today than there are spaces on your card. So you may need to save some for a second card or leave some off of your card. And that's the risk you take when you play music bingo. You don't have the same order as your neighbor or your sibling or your friend in the class. MP and MF stand for mezzo piano and mezzo forte. They mean medium soft and medium loud. Can you say mezzo? That's another Italian word, and it means medium. Sharp is a note we've seen besides the notes C sharp and F sharp. Sharp in music means higher. You can choose to draw a sharp sign in your music. Flat kind of looks like a squished B, like the letter B has been flattened. Flat in music means lower. So if you take a note and add a flat to its name, like call it B flat instead of B, you have to play it lower on your instrument and make it sound sadder. Most notes we play are just called natural. Natural sort of looks like a straight line, a square in the middle, and another straight line down on the other side. Natural just means a normal note. For instance, B, G, A. They're all B natural. G natural, A natural, but we shorten their names most of the time and just call them B, G, and A. These two symbols are the down bow symbol and the up bow symbol. The down bow symbol looks like the frog of your bow, like that little square box at the end of your bow, and the up bow symbol, starting at the tip of your bow, looks like the pointy tip. Let's look over at some changing dynamics next. These little hairpins that grow louder and softer mean to get louder and softer. So if you see the symbol starting small and growing bigger and bigger and bigger, it means to get louder. And the fancy Italian word is crescendo. If you see the symbol going the other way, starting big and shrinking, then it's called decrescendo, and it means to get softer. When a note has a little dot above it, we play it staccato. Notice carefully that this dot is right above the note, or you could also draw it right under the note. But don't draw it beside the note. That makes a ta with a dot. That makes a longer value note. That's something entirely different. When you see a staccato note, our new Italian term, that means to play short and snappy and exciting. This symbol, that kind of looks like the get quieter symbol, start loud and get quieter, decrescendo, but it's made very, very small and squished under the note. This is called an accent. It means you have to sort of bite the bow, add extra pressure onto the bow, and give an extra explosion to the start of the note. Pow! At the beginning of a note. This is a fermata. It means to pause. We often see it at the end of a song so that we know to hold the note a little extra long. It's just like when you press pause on your TV screen to pause the video. These symbols are called repeat signs. If you see 2 repeat signs and notes in between, it means you have to play the notes in between twice in a row. So you would play all the way through, you'd get sent back like snakes and ladders. and go back and have to play it all over again. Just like when you hit a snake in the game Snakes and Ladders and you return back somewhere and play that passage again. Both of these examples have little lines connecting the notes, like a slur or a tie. If you have two different notes, and here I've drawn one higher and one lower note, then that's called a slur. And a slur means you switch fingers on your instrument, but you don't switch bow directions. So you're connecting the bows together to play very smooth. But a tie is when both notes connected together with the slur marking are the same note. Then you just hold them together. You combine them to make an extra long note. So 1 + 1 = 2. I would hold that note for 2 counts long. This also has that same slur marking, but this time there's also a little line under the notes. That means I'm going to move in the same direction, like down, down, or up, up, but I'm going to put a separation in between the notes, so it's called a hook. Now I'll go a little quicker over these ones. Here are some rhythms that we looked at maybe before if you did the clown balloon rhythm activity sheet with us already last week. Here's a bunch of different types of notes. 8th note, which is a T, 2 8th notes, or a TT, tiri-tiri, 4 16th notes, timri, a dotted 8th with a 16th, ta, a quarter note, ta with a dot, 1½ counts long, a dotted quarter, a half note, ta for 2, a dotted half note, ta for 3, or a great big whole note, a full 4 counts. So, do you have a lot of symbols on your bingo sheet already? If you still have a couple empty holes, if you've been saving it, here are a couple more symbols that I've been putting on my bingo sheet at home. Treble clef is the symbol all our violinists recognize. It's at the front of every song they play, the front of every line. Bass clef is the symbol for cellists. Alto clef is for violists. Pizz means pizzicato, time to pluck, if you see that in your music. Arco means stop plucking, switch back to using your bow now in your music. So, your bingo sheet that starts off blank now needs to be filled in with lots of different symbols. So, if you didn't finish it already, turn off the video and see if you can remember enough different symbols to fill in your bingo sheet. Or, watch the video again and add any that you're missing until you have a complete sheet. There are too many symbols for one sheet, so if you'd like to make a couple sheets, have some doubles on each sheet or some different things on each sheet, then you'll have 2 chances to win when we play our Zoom music bingo this Wednesday evening. See you Wednesday for video chat.